Shut them down forever. Shut these faces down forever. Yeah, I was stationed on Camp Schwab in 9-5.
Welcome. Beautiful, Miles.
That's produced by James Data. That song is Nuchi Du Takara, written in solidarity with the Okinawan resistance. In 2017, I went with a contingent. I went with a peace delegation of Veterans for Peace to Okinawa. It was my first time being back in, I guess, I got out in 96 and I was there in 95. So my first time being back in 22 years. And yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And I want to take the time just to set everybody up so they know what to expect. I want to welcome everybody, whether you're seeing this live or you're seeing this as a recording. We are thrilled to have you joining us for new music for a new age, a Waterside Chat and concert with Miles MEGACIPH Thomas. Before we begin, give me a thumbs up or nod your head if you can hear me okay. Just making sure everybody's good. Yes, thumbs up, great. Thank you. Just a few reminders. We are going to be recording this chat and we'll upload it to our YouTube channel shortly afterwards. Please remember to mute yourself, your microphone while you're entering the chat. You can submit your questions to the chat in the box on Zoom, and you may ask them during the Q&A. We will have some time for Q&A after the concert, so just keep in mind that after the concert you will have time to ask questions, but we want to make sure that the main event does happen and you do have time at the end for questions. So my name is Rachel Dawn Davis, and I am the Public Policy and Justice Organizer at Water Spirit. We are also joined by our Executive Director, Blair Nelson, and our Program Manager, Abby Koshak. And we are Water Spirit. Water Spirit is a nonpartisan, nonprofit center for spiritual ecology sponsored by the Sisters of St. Joseph of Peace. And today we have the pleasure of chatting with Miles MEGACIPH Thomas. MEGACIPH is an artist, writer, teacher, and chef, a thinker and creative in the global struggle for peace and human liberation, a thinker beyond belief. MEGACIPH raps for human rights. MEGACIPH stands for mental energies gather and circulate in positive harmony. MEGACIPH is a lifestyle that has manifested in this person we know as MEGACIPH. He, him, they uses no misogyny, no materialism, no militarism or racism in lyrically packed rap songs. He must be regarded as a welcome addition to the ranks of lyrical freedom fighter in the universal struggle against oppression. So homeless veteran, that's an oxymoron. That's how my activist journey began. And while I propelled awareness of the economic plight of veterans and the connection to the protection of our natural resources, when they come home, I promoted advocacy at the national level, even at the state level. Miles MEGACIPH Thomas pushed me and inspired me to take this nonpartisan passion locally and then individually within myself for that good inner work through your art. Your art continues to enliven and awaken my mind, my heart, my soul, so it behooves me to welcome and introduce someone who was once a homeless veteran, a current laborer of peace, a great soul and a mastermind lyricist, father, friend, family. And the crowd goes wild. Yay! So welcome, this is the 5th of November. We are promoting democracy tonight. And I know, Miles, you're gonna start us off with a guided meditation for peace.
Rachel, thank you so much. I love you, sister.
Love you too.
Every drop counts. Water is life, and water is the very spirit of life that connects us to our ancestors and our future. The same fresh water we are drinking today was being drunk by our ancestors and theirs before them. We know that water covers about 71% of our planet and makes up about 60% of our bodies. Yet only about 3% of the water on our planet is fresh, drinkable water. And to operate in optimal health, we as people need to ingest about half our body weight in ounces of this life-giving substance every single day. If we don't do that, we fall susceptible to disease, mental, physical, spiritual, all sorts of disease, if we don't take in the right amounts of water every single day of our lives. All life that we know on Earth needs water to survive. And we have all been sharing the same water for millennia. Usually about 12 glasses a day or 3 liters. So drink up. I hope everybody has water with them. If you don't have water, this is a great time to take a moment and get some water.
Thank you, Miles.
Our planet's water cycle takes this water around the planet in a great loop through the oceans, through the air, and across the land before heading back to the sea at some point. All the greatest minds of the past drank from the same fresh water we must all share today, the same wells. All the dreams and inspirations, all the fears and atrocities of the past are with us today in the water that we all share. While we are here on the surface of the planet, we get to interact with the water cycle by ingesting it and using it to fuel our interconnected, seemingly isolated hydroelectric, bioelectric systems, which we call bodies. Our systems use the water to create thoughts, air, words, water, and actions, land. Think of these as our individual water cycles, which happen each and every day of our lives. Beyond merely ingesting water and releasing water, water is being used by our biosystems collectively to manifest the world around us. I invite you all to give thanks along with me, for every drop of water is a thought, a word, and an action we can share and use to create a safe and just world together. That's my meditation on water, my reflection on water for the day.
And how reflective it was. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that, especially right now. And that's going to be the focus no matter what, right? Water is always going to need to be protected.
I think water is life, and I think either candidate, it's not big on their list of things to protect, and so there's a lot of work for us to do as humans on this planet. No matter who wins, our work doesn't end. Our work begins. You know, our work has already begun. We have to continue it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I mean, I have a couple questions that are kind of related. You just guided us in a meditation, and being grounded is really important to you, and it has helped you throughout your life. So in terms of a daily practice, I know you do some movement meditation. Can you tell us a little bit about that? And then just how you see music relating to your spirituality.
My Tai Chi practice started many years ago. And at this point, I don't do it a traditional practice every day, but I practice with my breath. So I allow my breath to lead my movements at everything that I do. I allow breath to precede my thoughts, and my reactions to things are controlled through my breath. I believe my children and my animals are in my life to help me reflect upon myself. And so a big part of my movement, a big part of my meditation is my reaction to things. And when I'm making breakfast in the morning for the boys, I'll do a yoga squat while I'm filling up the kettle with water. While I've got a a pan heating up on the stove, I'll drop down and do 30 push-ups and some downward dog. So I kind of keep it moving throughout my day. You know, the kids are in the kitchen and I'll put my hands up on the island and my feet on the sink and do downward dog above them and make like a tent. So then movement is just a constant part of our lives, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's just what I do. Before I get out of bed in the morning, I drink. Most days I've got my Yeti with me, which is a big 24 ounce or 32 ounce, and I'll sit in bed and drink that entire thing before I put my feet on the ground. And for me, that's a big deal. And then when I put my feet on the ground, as I'm standing up, I'm inhaling my breath. So I do that. And then a few times a week, I do yoga at a studio in Mobile, Alabama, at Above and Beyond, which is a beautiful studio run by a wonderful teacher who practices in a very traditional style. So I love that.
Nice.
I think movement is necessary. And in my music, movement is always happening in the music as well. I like to interact with the change of the beat to change the tone of my delivery or the line of the song. So
yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. Where does the name MEGACIPH come from? I know people might not know MEGACIPH at all, but I just described it as mental energies gather and circulate in positive harmony.
MEGACIPH is the only one on the internet, the only one that ever has been, the one and only, the true. It's a big cipher, big circles of influence, mental energies gather and circulate in positive harmony. And it's big cipher. So I used to be Siph. I was given the name Siph by my MC mentor. And as I evolved and I grew, the name needed to grow with me. Siph meant crushing individuals playing hard, which was very not who I was anymore. So the name had to change to match the person. And being a rap nerd, I kind of figured out that acronym could could fit and still mean big cipher. So I like the growth, and I like the change in the meaning. It's very nerdy, but it's cool. I think it's cool.
I appreciate that on so many levels, and I know so many other people will, but that is so, thank you so much for sharing that. I thought it was something that you thought up, really hard, and you came up with it, and I didn't realize the background of it. So it's interesting that the name in and of itself is an evolution of your, of your path, of your spiritual path, and your, and your existence. Yeah,
it came about after years of yoga and Tai Chi. I got out the Marine Corps as Siph. I was already rapping. I was taught how to rap in the Marine Corps, and I carried that anger out and really embodied it, and I was proud to body it. In hip hop we say you bodied it when you killed it. We align with the dark. We align with. That's why Will Smith is like the forever underdog in hip hop, because he aligns with Luke Skywalker of Star Wars, and hip hoppers like to align with Darth Vader, because we're on the outs of American society. So being a positive rapper is not a shined upon, a well looked upon thing. So it comes from all of that. I'm the guy who'll go to the cipher in flip flops. I'll go. I don't care how I'm dressed. It's not like a part of the thing. I got this outfit for this show because of whatever. I wanted to look nice on camera, but I don't care how I go out and perform. So I don't buy a new outfit for every show. That's silly.
Good for you. So yeah, talk more about that. Like the materialism that pervades our society so much, and
It dumbs us.
prevents us from looking inwards at all. And here, look at you are being so intentional, which
It
is
dumbs us
wonderful.
down. Like people, people identify with brands, and people are brand identified at a young age. They're branded at a young age. It's done intentionally to them. And before they realize that yeah, I'm an Apple person. I can't even touch a PC, or I'm Nike. It's like, what do you mean you're Nike? Like, how are you Nike or Puma? You're a person, you know.
Right.
It's sad. That's really sad to me. I was raised by a single mom in Brooklyn without a lot of money, so I never had a chance to be materialistic. Maybe that's why I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I do find I have expensive taste. Like, I like things that end up costing a lot of money, but that doesn't mean that they should. That doesn't mean that that value isn't arbitrarily placed on there.
Mm-hmm.
I think all people like things that that have been valued high. We all want the same things, and materialism, like corporate crony capitalism, doesn't allow for that to be a reality in anybody's life. Even the people who have a whole lot have people who want to take it from them, and they have to worry about their accountants or their ex-wives or ex-husbands, or their children. What do their children want? So it can't be comfortable. I think Biggie said, the more money, more problems.
Right.
um
Mm-hmm.
you know it's a weird dichotomy, right? Like, I
Right.
want to be seen by everybody. I want to
Mm-hmm.
be seen by the world, but at the same time, being seen by the world would mean being in circles I probably am not comfortable in, or not used to being in, maybe don't want to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And would uh is that a possibility in a world controlled by the things it's controlled by? Because if a person, to me, doesn't see how the world is designed in 2020, then they are blind. They're like, 2020 is about clear vision, right? 2020, you
Mm-hmm.
have clear vision. If you can't see what's going on today, it's
Mm-hmm.
scary.
Mm-hmm.
That 50%, that almost half of the voting public wants somebody who's been lying so fiercely for
Mm-hmm.
years on end, is shocking. It's nobody expected it. But I'll take the Chris Rock role in 2016 and be like, I'm not shocked, and that's why we, as Black men and hip hoppers and people of color, really disadvantaged people, take that Darth Vader role. That's why we take that role, and figure, well, if there's capitalism, maybe I'll get what I can get while I can get it. And that's not, I have never aligned like that. I've never thought like that.
It doesn't seem sustainable. It seems like what you're doing is sustainable, and I hope that this can help open up the gate for you to be recognized in many different networks. And in that vein, like, you're sharing about how people should be able to see what's in front of them, but how should we relate to Mother Earth and each other, especially now? How can music help us to bring about a more peaceful world?
Music speaks to us on an emotional, on a really deep level. The music most of us align with is the music that we came of age with, and that's because those formative years in your late teens, early 20s are so important to the development of your consciousness. Like, to have music that is holistic and rejuvenating and empowering created back in the 60s a whole generation of freedom fighters, you know, created created a really powerful movement for global justice and liberation, right? And the music industry in response, and corporate America in response, seeing that happening more and more in hip hop in the golden era in the late 80s, drove money and flooded the industry with superficial ideas of materialism and militarism and sexism, and really stole a generation of activists out of the studio, in my opinion.
I would agree with that.
I think, so to answer your question, I think music could touch our children in a way and reach our children in a way that is being missed right now. You know, music that's about what I have and how much you want what I have because it looks so nice, is like barely scratching the surface of empowerment. The argument is used that this is music about showing kids the struggle. And it's not really, it's just putting them back into that same cycle of buy, you know, sell, create a product, become a product, you know, commodify yourself, and then sell that, market that, figure out a way to market yourself. What's your brand? We're teaching kids at young age that that they're brands and they should be branded. So go back to being branded. I don't want to be branded. You know, I've got tats, I've got tattoos, but I don't know, nobody's going to brand me. You're not going to brand me. And that's not a diss to any, you know, sororities or fraternities, but I'm also, you know, I'm a, you know, Asiatic black man, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Rakim Allah. Like I'm not trying to fit in with the system. You know, I'm not trying to be Babylon run. And you know, no, that's not happening. So the music has a message. It's like reggae in the form of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? The message is liberation, and the music is about liberation. And I think music should liberate us. Music should make us dance, make us move, make us think, make us party and groove and cry.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I love what you're saying about, you know, what we can, this is something that we've talked about and I talk about all the time, is what stories are we sharing with our young people? Because we can really, in the face of such urgency, we're facing so many problems, and the urgency is felt so much by the youth. If we just tell them the truth right now, if we let them lead right now,
come on.
We can do that. We can do that.
The whole thing, the whole system is like, why can't we talk about the truth? People want to hear it. You know, people want to hear the truth. If you're wondering why young people don't vote, it's because you're scared to talk about real issues. You know,
they voted this time, and they're definitely getting organized, and they are so courageous. And just because I know a lot of young people will tune into this, whether it's now or after it's recorded, I want to ask you, who are your biggest influences?
I have so many influences. Chuck D, like hip hop music wise, I'd say Chuck D, KRS, even Ice Cube is a heavy influence for me. Fela, Sarah Vaughan, Billie Holiday. I grew up listening to records in the house. My mom had a record player with everything. So old jazz like Louis Armstrong and, you know, Ella Fitzgerald, everything. I guess today I gravitate towards jazz and like African soul or African funk, like from the 70s. So like and I also like what's called kora music from West Africa. So I listen to a lot of Tumani Diabate, what's the girl's name, the woman's name I listen to a lot. I love everything. I love everything musically. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Mighty Sparrow?
No.
Cool. He was an influence to Bob Marley. And I actually heard him about a year ago on this great radio station you may have heard called WBAI 99.5 FM. And I love dropping knowledge that I thought you might know. I'm so happy that it's something new. But I heard this song and it's been infectious, and just because of literally what we're experiencing right now, there's a song he wrote called Martin Luther King for President. Wow. It has the coolest groove, and I will share it with everybody as we follow up. But I just wanted to make sure to mention that and open up your ears to maybe something new. I was hoping you hadn't heard of him, but also, you know, you need to be played as a liberation lyricist. You need to be played on these radio stations all the time, not just, you know, main radio stations like WBAI, but all college radio stations as well. So I hope that helps, you know,
thank you,
drive you some traffic. But yeah, I know we're all eager to hear your music, and so I think if it's okay with you, would you like to?
I'm ready to go in the booth. I think, Ryan, are we ready to go in the booth?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Ryan's gonna be the engineer tonight, and we're gonna just we might take a quick few minutes to move this camera up to that end, and then me get in the booth. Check 1 2. Check. Check 1 2. Okay. I feel good. Ryan, I feel good, brother. Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your new paradigm. We are leaving the fear behind. We're moving in love. This is a different generation, a different time. We are the generation we have been waiting for. There's no debate in this one blue planet. We gotta share it. This little rock in space is third base. It's how God planned it. Souls are commanded. Some understand it, some don't pray. Please overstand this. It's greed and lust I cast away. They manufacture public goods and gentrified hoods. We flunk polluters, flinging fat F's for fish kills. Foreclose on factory farms and forage for a meal. Forever fervent in my defense of the feminine Mother Earth and her medicine messages from forever when ancestors were the residents. Thankful there is evidence in texts and monuments and warnings of what's next. How it all connects. Glacial melts and cleared fields. How will my lungs heal? How will my lungs heal? God's willing we kneel or sacrificially be vegan. I stand for peace and sign the Paris Climate Agreement. Seek meaning in every meeting, completing and not competing, believing and not deleting scientific truth and teaching. My beliefs based in the fact. Real faith takes works. Man-made climate change is real. Let's take care of the earth, y'all. Let's put her first. It's been a long time. We are the generation. Come on, y'all. This is the time. I say peace to every single being who can feel me. Please let the flaws of man recede freely. I don't take any. Leave these jewels and I'm Betty. Bouncing. Anti-war announcements and I'm Jetty. Get out of here. I'm for all the people I'm allowed to be. I'm in here. Can't nobody take this person out of me. You in here. You about to hear what we about to see. A future for all our future generations. Harmony. Gardens don't need guarding. No more greed. No more misogyny. My God, this modern world is an assault on our arteries. Gaia's been downgraded and garnished for our fancy fees. Imagine walking and running for hundreds of miles and still you can't be free. Fill the streets. Fill the squares. Make this heaven on earth. Local grown. Global home. for the better or worse. Farmers markets, earth domes, make it pop with the perks. This is real, facing mass extinction. What could be worse? Put science first for the earth, the only one that we got. Then go to synagogue, church, or mosque and pray a whole lot. My beliefs based in the fact that real faith takes works. Man-made climate change is real. Let's take care of the earth, y'all. Let's put her first. You know it's been a long time coming. If not us, who? If not now, when? It's been too long, man. Come on. Come on, y'all. Woo. Steve Wallace on the vocals. Steve Wallace on the beats. The Dirty South Chronicles, as clean as we want to be. We only got one planet. We only got one home. We only got one chance. We only got this one, y'all. This one dance that we're doing. This is our home. You know? This is... We don't get a second one. You got to get it right. Home. Home, 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 home. There's so much to fix, it's got me feeling overwhelmed. If you see something, say something. Okay, we living in hell. I see the signs, I saw the fall before he came to this realm. Doomsday prophecies, and obviously we ain't doing well. They fragging Earth shell to sell gas that makes the land weaker. We're trapped in their spells of retail, as if she ain't teach us. They speak of earthquakes and rumors of war and non-believers, then match themselves to the stories of they conquering leaders. We need a home, 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 home. Give me safe home, home, home. Too foreign for your mission. We don't seek permission, purveying bars of wisdom, uplifting, that's high nutrition. We selling packs, so listen, these raps, yes, they need submissions. You fishing for your truth, but I don't tank with normal vision. I bang it by addition, flesh or veggie, I don't give in. MEGACIPH is living, proof the altruist God is living. I love your body, ma, I won't lie to ya. I'm really fond of ya, I wanna fondle ya. Don't wanna fight no more for any rich man war. Of that fact I'm sure. I love your coral shores. Sacred space left is right, and your water is life. Our ancestors at night, fleeing oppression and plight. Respect the earth and air, protect the seas and care. Nuchidu Takara, one day we all go home. We got dreams. We got vibrations. We got chances. We got these little dances we can do together. These little moments where our water collides and the vibration takes us on a little ride, a journey. Right now it feels good. Tears of joy, baby. Woo! Get with me. Get with me. Yeah. This station lively, yo. Come and vibe. Get your frequency right. We on a ride. This rapper journey. Come hop inside. You found a safe space. We have supplies. We have words and rhymes and stories with emotions on them. Built on memories we cultivate and honor often. Each one reach one. I got 2 flowers to soften. Teach them compassion. Don't fill the morgues or the coffins. Fill the brains with the knowledge. Kill the office. Fill the homes with the cooks, that gets emphasis. Fill the nooks and crannies with a kiss from granny, and fill this capitalist carcass with a socialist bliss. I'm impressed with equal opportunities for all. I'm impressed with justice and who makes the call. Nevertheless, I won't stress when I should take the fall. I just do my best, don't come with let's know waterfalls. This station lively, yo, come and vibe. Get your frequency right, we on a ride. This rapper journey, come hop inside. You found a safe space, we have supplies. Okay, let's begin. Everyone get in a comfortable position. Sitting, standing, dancing, I just need your body to listen. Here's my part in the mission. pulling back the partition. The emperor has no clothes, I expose their divisions. I multiplied my additions and then applied my own visions. What's a life to a person who's not out gaining wisdom? I subtracted my limits and then I paid myself to live some NASA person. Okay, there is no difference. Bye. As my heart beats and I realize I need water, because we're all the same. At the end of the day, we all just want safety and peace. We gotta stop being greedy. Move over. Share the lane. Give me 3 feet of space. My life's not a game. You gotta move over and share the lane. I need 3 feet of space. I got 2 wheels, 2 pedals, 2 feet to keep it moving. I'm bipedal. Speaking of, the street needs improvement. Pedaling this movement, music takes me everywhere. Chain keeps moving, hypnotically going there. Hermetically prepared, come with airtight flows. Air it out, helmets on, hear it brightly glows. Reflection captures light, all eyes on a spin. Make a move, MEGACIPH, yo DJs get a win. I got the right of way, you gon' have respect for my bike. I'm not going away, you gon' have respect for my life. Share the lane, pass safe on the left when there's space. Don't honk, shake your fist, or give me the stank face. Just move over and share the lane. Give me 3 feet of space, my life's not a game. Objects appear closer, bikes usually do. When they come around, maybe put your foot in the other shoe and move over. Share the lane, give me 3 feet of space, my life's not a game. You gotta move over and share the lane. I need 3 feet of space. Life is not a game. Come on, move over, man. Share the lane. Give me 3 feet of space. This life's not a game. Objects appear closer, bikes usually do. When they come around, maybe put your foot in the other shoe. No bike lanes are better for pedestrians. No more jumping like equestrians. Bike lanes are better for the drivers. Everybody needs a friendly reminder. Bike lanes are better for the cyclists. More cyclists, better the environment. So just move over. Share the lane. Give me 3 feet of space. My life's not a game. And COVID ain't a game neither, man. This ain't a game out here. We ain't out here playing games asking for freedom and justice, because there's lies happening. COVID-19 is real, N-A. COVID-19 is real, N-A. Nature cultivated the virus, our cultures get along. Modern ag provides us the perfect ride along. We shop in live meat markets, there ain't nothing wrong. We got overcrowded pens, I gotta write a song. Pen's a metaphor for cages, animal or human. Time to free us all, peace is what I'm pursuing. Mental, physical, spiritual, no more illusions. Work is just the perfect play that keeps us all losing. Keep your social distance from me with your long arms, or the law gone far right, inflicting more harms. Melt ice jails operated by for-profit farms. Burn private prisons in bed with Senate will buy their charms. We all at home together, but home ain't all the same. Some don't have a home or shelter, those shall not be named. Some protesters stay at home, order they insane. Some ain't safe at home and never spoke, they feel ashamed. His game will place in secret orders and calls for help. Say your pizza too greasy, we all need someone else. Replace his faker of wealth and space and his racist elf. Protect our public health at all costs, our source of wealth. Happiness and longevity, praise essential workers. Economy should value people over what we purchase. We only buying cause we buying that we so imperfect. Now that we dying, we finding out the dime ain't worth it. Capitalism. I put my cap on for a capital C and say that's the grade I give you at the best. Believe, but these ain't Crips or Bloods. I don't want two to the chest. I invest my time in what's best for my hood. So my dime goes to food, I wish it could. In all these food deserts where I can't buy enough goods. When hunger's larger than life, I just go bananas. King Kong in a supermarket with real good grammar. Shopping for my fam, yeah, I'm in Alabama. I got them country manners, it's good to meet you, mama. Here to get some manna, some butter, and land up. Some lakes around so I can dip chips in or stand up. This hot dog is cutting the mustard. You need to catch up. A fruit salad, morning glory muffins, cause this nuts are over and easy. Most retarded with caged eggs. Half baked, running free, paying for pasture raised. My independence keep me grilling in prime fillets. I slow roast and don't boast. Your top choice will get braised. Some greens in it. Toss salad, no lean cuisine dinners. I cook, I mean business. You eat, you leave winners. The freshest ingredients don't live in food deserts where big chains and subprime markets control entrance. What? I fill you up at the bar. I fill you up at the bar. Get it? I fill you up at the bar. Hot or cold? I fill you up at the bar. This ain't buffet style, 7 courses, plenty choices. Aperitifs and amuse-bouche, the chef has voices. Just for a starter, I got water from these dirty faucets. And I was told to recommend, but I don't want to force it. Of course, it's way too costly to fund the fix for causes. So we feed the fix on fast food that makes us nauseous. Look who's in office, this fool wants to off us. I'll take a number 46, a fat fork and a forklift. To go. Cause I'ma eat it while I'm driving home. I'm different. You different? They say I'm queer. I'm straight. Said I'm queer. I'm straight. You said I'm queer. I'm straight. I said I'm queer. I'm straight. Yo, I'm queer. I'm straight. I'm trans. I'm gay. I'm poly. I'm godly. I'm here when I ain't. I'm love when I hate. I'm light, but I throw shade. I'm full, but I ate. I'm in fear. I pray. I'm in here. I paint. Brush away the pain. Commune with my angels and name another saint. I'm weak when I'm great. I'm strong, never fake. I'm your do or die. I'll speak up when you can't. Yo, ally for love and equality. Human rights over goods and commodities. We're at odds, but we are not oddities. We're the same and different and possibly. I'm queer. I'm straight. I'm queer. I'm straight. I'm queer. I'm straight. Said I'm queer. I'm straight. Say I'm different. I'm serious. I'm changing. I'm curious. No pause and I'm absorbing books till I'm delirious. Find me in my periods, my moods and all my feelings. My swings, my highs, my lows, and maybe with my earrings throwing stones in my lobes, adorning the finest robes. Clothes handmade, y'all know I'm fresh down to my toes. Composed for love and equality. Human rights over goods and commodities. We're at odds, but we are not oddities. We're the same and different and possibly. He queer, he's straight. She queer, she straight. We queer, we straight. They queer, they straight. Said I walk my own path every day of my life. I walk my own path, so they say I make a sight. Get it? There's only one. There can only be one. You are unique. You are special. You are unique. You are here for a reason. Find your reason and hone it. Own it. We are nothing without our dreams. So tell me your dreams. I want to make them come true, you know? I am here to uplift your dreams. I encourage them. They make us better beings. Question reality. What is it you're seeing? I am you and we have packed coliseums. Hey, questions of power. Power enables freedoms. Freedoms are non-negotiable. Many don't receive them. Got 2 little ones. I teach them how to knuckle up. My queen disdains violence. I don't want to deceive them. Believe we fighting for our lives. Babies win a prize. Energize your interstellar oven with big pride. Align your chakra. Turn the wheels the lights ride. Kindle your kundalini. Cultivate our whole tribe. Soak the coals, light the smoke for the fire. Diminish the trash, recycle if it don't expire. You do the math, ignore the ads and just inspire. Our freedom fighters and writers should be the most admired. Not tired rappers deceiving the masses. Free energy, free everybody. Capitalists breed fascists. The exploitation of resources and classes. People for their culture to that free ride crashes. Clashing with nature and life, digging mass graves. Now armed white men are comparing themselves to slaves. Vultures snatching at us, going Natchez way. Wish it was back to normal and all we wanted was a brighter day. Clowns under Fed protection. Shine a light, follow my heart's desire. Freedom fight, beat the lies with this art form. My soul take flight, your body follow wherever I hold a pen or mic. This is lit, so it's a fit for all stations. Blazing airwaves with all of the placements. Amazing wisdom, sincerity is graceful. Projects breaking through on new stages. Growing through adjustments to daily life. Welcome Corona, know the change is alright. Transition is constant, resistance is rife. Fear will keep you frozen, find freedom with MEGACIPH. And let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I want to be right here. I want to go to this spot. I think I want to go where I'm at. I want to find myself here. I found myself here and it feels good. Yeah. Beware. Where else would I be? I want to be where it's safe in the street. Safe to gather and safe to meet. Safe to party and then safe to leave. I want to be where we can all truly breathe. Belief in the trust that gave birth to this song. Extended family is safe and we all get along. On every city block where peace culture is strong. OGs rapped about kindness, not right or wrong. My heart tatted on my arm and the karma's real. Superficial evidence of ancient seals and red pills. Reveal my wealth, choose who I show my love for. Wherever we are walking, there's no rumor of a war. What has more color than rainbows and black pride? Celebrations of the mother, love that water is life. That's the highest price. Hi, I'm MEGACIPH. Yo, yo, spread your wings and shine your light. I wanna be where I am. Aware, beware, I am where I wanna be. Where? Aware, beware, I wanna be where I am. Aware, beware, beware, I am where I wanna be. Aware, beware, I am where I wanna be. Where? Aware, beware, I wanna be where I am. Aware, aware, I work smart so I can go to sleep in peace at night. Stay producing, build pathways, expand the site. Prioritize my dream to purchase on foreign beaches. Parlay in peace on pretty white sands in paradise. With no worries of a no-knock or kicked in doors. She is the victim of a state lock in age-old wars or race wars. And xenophobes building up walls or fake news. And evil bloodlines taking the fall. Call your thugs. I walk this dotted line to the end. Face my fears, slay the beast, and then stop it again. Giving our choices, our voices, a highly prized weapon. Each day is blessed, don't plant your tents in the wind. Difficult tests and storms continually break in. Hold space, the struggle us, creating this beautiful world and this incredible, amazing array of possibilities for any of us to change things. I wanna be where I am. Aware, beware, I am where I wanna be. Where? Aware, beware, I wanna be where I am. Aware, beware, beware, I wanna be where I am. Aware, beware, I am where I wanna be. Where? Aware, beware, I wanna be where I am. Aware, beware, beware. Beware the woman or the man who is conscious. I am that I am. Naheem the Prince, your darkest fears, your greatest dreams. I am more than you ever thought you'd bargain for. A man of peace, trained in the art of war, completed basic, booted before 4 in the core. But that's the same place I learned to format bars. Heavy lifting and shot glasses, bullets and bombs. While I am under pressure, always present and calm. MEGACIPH diamond, press me, see what become. You'll come to see me pull off what's rarely been done. We come from the bottom and make it to the top. From the depths of the ocean, Avenue is my block. I am from the Brooklyn Zoo, that's my flock. With wings spread, I am the truth, the peacock. A unicorn, living legend, undocumented. I am valid and legal in every way I meant it. I came on my own, been bought, sold, and rented. These are roads I paved and paths I cemented with intention. My intensity's a rare blessing. I'm one of a kind. Of that, there's no question. I'm manifesting flows composed for smoke sessions. With these weapons blowing your mind, these woke lessons. I'm hotepping, offering new words in essence. In a sense, I make it too intense to mention. I mean what I say it when I need to. Free the truth. I'm taking back as an investment. I'm the proof, live a life the youth is impressed with. In the booth, MEGACIPH, not the one to mess with. Check the resume, peep the collective. Gorilla with an E and a U, beat on my chest quick. What? A whole hard hip-hop album without a curse. But this is explicit language because there's explicit thought involved. You gotta know why you here. You gotta live without fear.
Love, no fear now.
I give
love,
love.
no fear now.
I want
Love.
No fear now.
It's all love.
No fear now.
Wash your hands, get it right. Good hygiene can save your life. Keep your hands out your face, especially in a public place. Not least to last, wear a mask. Take that class from MEGACIPH. You can save a life, take a doc's advice. Not lots of light, no bleach to taste. With a yes and a no, economies close over pathogens we can detect. The long incubation diamond DNA fake and make the chain look correct. When in fact you could be infected, impact your loved ones with that neglect. Let's face it, the president's basic. Unlike his office, this needs respect and love. No fear now, we need love. No fear now, it's all love.
No fear now.
I give love.
No fear now.
I dream love.
No fear now.
I write love.
No fear now.
I rap love.
No fear now.
Yo, this is love.
No fear now.
I value my freedoms, defend our rights, and I tweet it to let you know. With a post on the gram, long form on Facebook, YouTube with the live show. Our lives are material, pouring the spiritual milk for this physical flow. Don't sit back and watch as we get to March and let's see how far we go. Stop spreading misinformation about hydroxychloroquine. Close contact and bumping into me in stores ain't happening. I'm not dying for a country that just sees me as a good again. They don't even see me unless it's questioning me like every day, man. What you want?
Love.
No fear now, I need love.
No fear now.
Deserve love.
No fear now.
We give love.
No fear now.
Value love.
No fear now.
Where's the love?
No fear now.
Here's the love.
No fear now.
Don't fear the love.
No fear now.
Hubris makes us vulnerable, also quite intolerable. Thinking we the best to pull wool over these vegetables. I ain't living miserable. Race and hate ain't invisible. Take a knee, indivisible. Why my rights ain't admissible? If king is capital, queen is corona. If he holds the crown, she is the owner. Who is the master? Who's the controller? Can he give it up? Will she pass us over with that love? No fear now, we need love. No fear now, I want love. No fear now, where's the love? No fear now, we fight for love. We march for love.
No fear now.
We want love.
No fear
Yo, fund the love.
No fear now.
Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum, I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2, rare to be found. Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum, I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2, rare to be found. Let's talk about the things we want. Let's forget about the things we don't. Dirty South Chronicles, as clean as we want to be. 2020.
Woo! You hear us?
Hey y'all. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. How are you? Woo.
We are uplifted. That was amazing. Woo! Seriously, that was
Thank you.
that was
like
really special.
that was a serious workout. You know, that was cool. That was a lot of fun.
Likewise for us. Thank you so much, Miles. MEGACIPH.
I messed up a little bit on the first song on Everybody Arise. I like flubbed a few lines. I forgot a few lines, but I kept my place, and it felt good to go through the rest of it with a really good feeling. I feel really good about almost every single take on there.
You really should. Yeah, actually, we have a question already. Apart from writing coronavirus into your songs, how has this unusual year impacted your music?
It's allowed me to write. So This was written during coronavirus. I actually got these songs, these beats from Steve Wallace over a year ago. When we first moved down here to Mobile, I reached out to him and I said, I really have this. I learned about the black belt that runs through the South from Texas to Georgia. The black belt is the same route that Dr. King took on his historic march, and it's a part of the earth that has really non-porous rock, and some of the poorest people in the country live in the black belt, and they suffer from diseases that most people think are unheard of in the developed or the first world, like pingworm and stuff. So even though I didn't write that into the album, that was the inspiration for the album. And I didn't write it because I was doing a lot of other things until the lockdown happened. And when the lockdown happened, I kind of wrote all these songs, and refined them and finished them. And then I am working on this project called Chakras, which is it's inspired by Dale Novella, who runs The Poet Will Be Televised. It's an incredible open mic up in New York. And so I wrote these chakras as part of this challenge that she had. And right now I have to finish Indigo, which is almost done, and then I have to finish Violet, and I'll have a 8-track chakras album to release. I've always wanted to do an album on the chakras, and so this challenge made me do it. And I wrapped this up, and I've got another song called Black Lives Matter, which is done with my man Mike Shine, and that's going to be released soon. Also, the Chakras is entirely produced by my man Corey Alexi. He's Inuit. He's native. He lives in the Northern Territories up in Canada, in not Canada, but Northwest Territories around the Arctic Circle. And we've only communicated through internet. I met him years ago on a cipher challenge. So it's allowed me to write. I think the lockdown has allowed me to write and given me the need to write, to vent all the things that have been going on in my life.
Yeah. I know Abby just dropped your link in the chat, which I was going to do. So thank you, Abby, for doing that. Yeah, just where people can get your music, where they can support you. And the Boys and Girls Club really misses you. Your artistry is missed as well. No need for it to be missed. Buy it and stay engaged. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that. You talked about the black belt. And this is something where Water Spirits work is converging with this. We are working with a coalition that's just newly emerged called the People's Water Project. I've shared that a little bit with you, Miles, and I look forward to helping really shine a light on these opportunities for water protection, community engagement, and sustainability. And the way that we can do that is not just with legislation, it's really tapping into people's spirituality. And you're doing that with your music, as we just experienced. Thank you again. And I know that so many other people would be affected if they just listened to a little bit of your music. They would be absolutely changed. And as you said, change is the only constant thing. There are so many gems you've put in your lyrics. And that's why, I really believe you're definitely right on par with whoever your influences were. You're an influencer. So, you're there. And I hope that, this and, just putting yourself out there through this work that you've been able to do through coronavirus circumstances and writing that Chakras album, I really hope that you get the play and that people can access this music. I know that's something that's really important to you, that you want everybody to be welcome in. That was part of your process in working on this, the Dirty South Chronicles, right? As Clean as We Want to Be, was to make it so it's accessible, right? And you could talk more about that if you want.
I certainly want my music to to be taken in by anybody. I can't say that I write it so that it's taken in by people, but I definitely wrote it about what I thought were universal issues and and kind of like the human cause, you know. Like Dirty South Chronicles is like multifaceted in that it's about the the things that people don't want to talk about, you know, the global south, where the wealthy north sends its pollution, or sells arms to create wars that they can continue to extract resources, right? It's about the southern United States that has, you know, the worst poverty in the country, some of the worst poverty in the country, and disenfranchised communities, you know. But it's the Dirty South Chronicles as clean as we want to be, because, you know, those unspoken ills are being acted out upon the people who are really doing some of the greatest work, and
Right.
some of the best liberation and freedom work, and, you know, like mutual aid communities, and, you know what I'm saying, like building collaborative networks across, you know, across organizations to affect change, like with very little resources.
Right.
So, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's like I tried, what I wanted to do was make it a coffee table book that most people would never think, you know what I'm saying, like something that you can put on your coffee table proudly, because the beats are dope, it's catchy, you know. It's the tunes are catchy, the melodies are catchy, and so I'm changing my voice in there and warbling and stuff so that you can zone out to it, but I'm dropping gems in there, you know, like you know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the coffee table book that's not just like, you know, finger sandwiches and bland tea. It's got some roots to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we need that.
But if you want to have finger sandwiches and bland tea, it's fine.
Yeah. It seems old though. We're ready for new age, right?
I'm just being silly, yeah.
Well, I would say, so you're a parent of 2 young boys and you have fur babies and you have a partner. Can you share with us how you're feeling influenced by your young family and how you're influencing them to be global citizens?
I started to go into this earlier. I think our kids are here to give us lessons, and my kids are certainly here to teach me patience. And so are, you know, our fur babies as well. I think we attract to us that which we are, and that which and in many cases that which we need to heal, you know. So I'm it's so many ways that I teach my kids to be global citizens. It's I try to do it really by encouraging them to be creative and be themselves, and no matter what anybody tells them, to be proud of that, you know. So my oldest son recently had a polish party where he polished his nails, you know, and I did mine with him, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not going to let him do it and me sit to the side and point my finger at him, like that's weird. So when I cook them breakfast and lunch, you know, which I do most days of the week, it's diverse meals, you know. We cook this wide variety of foods in the house, and I used to run a food blog. I don't do it anymore because I'm spending all my time in the lab and on music. So when I come upstairs, I'm not really trying to take pictures of the, you know, food as I'm cooking. But we do all sorts of things in the house, and then we travel a lot. Before COVID, we would travel, and I would like to do that in a sustainable way. We have water in the house that I get I get 20 gallons a week from the supermarket, So we always have 25 gallons in the house because I have 5 of those 5-gallon jugs. And once I put that fifth jug on there, I go and fill the other 4. So we always drink, purified water from a water dispenser. I use that for all our cooking. That's a really important thing for me. We eat the Dirty Dozen and Clean 13 plan. So if it's got a thick skin or if it was grown above the earth, I might not buy organic.
Okay.
But if it was grown below the earth or it has a thin skin, then it's got to be organic if it's in our house. We don't do processed foods in our house. So really, other than pasta, like that's the processed food, but we make everything. Like we'll make breads. We buy breads, but if it's got ingredients that I couldn't put in from my cabinet, I don't buy it.
Right.
And we make bread a lot. We bake things. We cook the vast majority of food that we eat at home. Yeah, and I guess we're role reversed in my house too. So like being global citizens, my wife is the breadwinner and I'm the full-time parent. I stay at home and I cook the majority of the meals, wake the kids up. We take turns putting them to bed. I'm blessed. My wife loves me enough to get me a nanny. So in case I have a booking, I can run off to a booking or a show at a moment's notice. And so we have a wonderful woman who takes care of our kids and is part of our family. She has 2 daughters of our own, and it's one big happy family. So that's a community minded thing as well. That's like unusual for a nanny situation. I mean, there's many ways. My wife is Kenyan. My wife is she's actually Kenyan, and she's half Ethiopian, half German, and born in Kenya. And we have traveled to Kenya, Ethiopia a number of times, and Kenya once as a family.
Nice.
And so the boys think of themselves as multinational, right? They're German citizens as well. They have German passports. So global citizen is like, that's really important for me. I don't believe like in a border wall. Of course, I don't believe in a border wall. I don't believe in borders. I believe human beings should have the freedom to travel the earth and be stewards of the planet and care for the planet. Borders are just a way of governments keeping track of the inventory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I share that with you. I felt that for some time. And Mike D wrote, traveling is such an educational event. Yeah, just being able to go to a different place and to see your parents interact in this way is such a rich thing that is unspoken. And that's what you're providing. You're providing them the living example. I have, children of my own. We've talked about this. They're watching us all the time. And so how we hold ourselves, how we react, exactly what you're saying, the reactions, what do I do with those? Lots of parents are dealing with that right now. And playing music, being silly, that really helps. It helps them, it helps you, it helps everybody. So I appreciate you sharing all of that with us. That's really, really special.
It's really easy to smile, It's
accessible, exactly. Yeah, it's easy to smile. That's right.
It uses less muscles to smile than to frown,
Exactly.
And it's infectious. Laughter is infectious, and it's healthy. It's healing. So try to give it. I try to give it to my kids. I try to tickle them and do silly things, dance around the kitchen like a silly bird and stuff. And
nice.
Do all sorts of silly things.
And they request your music, as do my kids in the car.
My kids love my music, which I love. I'm trying to play The Lion King by Beyonce, and my boys are asking for code switching.
Yes. Well, you're raising smart children, so.
I think The Lion King beats out. She beats me out though. Yeah.
Well, that's really wonderful. So I'm gonna ask, does anyone have any questions right now? You can feel free to let us know. I know it's nearing towards 8:30, just a time check, 8:23. And I know we can go to megaciph.com to purchase your music, to support you. Yeah, you're on social, you're all over social, but you're also intentionally not on social when you're with your family, when you're doing whatever you need to do. So I appreciate that you're on there, but you're not on there all the time. And so maybe you can talk about that. What, you and our friend Genesis have urged people to really think about this right in front of them. What is the purpose of this? What is your intention? Is it materialistic? Is it self-serving? Is it ego? So if you could share a little bit about that.
I as an independent artist, you get pulled into these beliefs that you have to be on social media to market yourself or to sell yourself. And now anywhere in today's society, you get pulled into that belief that you have to be there to put yourself forward, put yourself out there. Why not? Go ahead, do it, share your story. That's fine. If your story is valid and your story is helping people, put your story out there. By all means, share it. But be intentional with it, like you said. So don't allow the social media dictates to control your life. The algorithms, when it's the best time to share. And I'm not telling anybody what to do, but this is what I do. I share when I'm inspired to share, when I have something to share, when I have something worthy and valid, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to give people a good message, then I'll share something. But to just constantly share every day, all day long, the most extreme thing possible just to gain views and to stay relevant, they say, I can't do that. That's like selling my soul, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
That's like, and for free. It might even be worse than selling your soul as a signed artist, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? If that's the route you're taking, the argument you take is that like people who signed record deals have sold out. Well, then doing it yourself to yourself for all those audience people is even worse. Because now you're giving yourself for free. You're giving your intellectual property out for them to use to make money. And you get none of it. And like that's even worse. So you find yourself in these 30-minute, 40-minute conversations with yourself over whether you should post something or how the wording is. That's a whole hour. That can be a whole hour of your day. How much time do we have to fix the problems of the world? And we're spending it on social media. So we could use the social media to really do good things and to influence other people in a really good and powerful way, because our actions on it are intentional and they can be used, like for a quick moment to reach out to a community and then live your life. If you know what I'm saying, like live your life, let it be authentic, let it be genuine, let it be in the moment and inspired. I like to be in the now. I like to operate in the now, in the moment. So
in the moment, in the now, MEGACIPH.
And let me just say the people who created these forms of social media, they don't use them like the people who buy them use them, and they don't let their children use Facebook and TikTok and Twitter and these smart and even smartphones. The creators of smartphones don't let their children use them. So that tells you something right there. Like
everybody has their intentions, right? And so we have to look at what everybody's intentions are and what are they intending for themselves with respect to us. Yeah, with respect to corporations specifically. And you'll be happy with, again, work that Water Spirit is doing to hear the cry of the earth and the cry of the poor. We are going to be joining our coalition partners and building upon this idea of fusion coalitions. So like coalescing coalitions, right? That's going to be exciting, and we're going to foster accountability. And so I hope to bring you the results that our children deserve to see in their lifetime. We just in New Jersey recently helped advocate, and the governor just signed into law the most stringent law banning plastics. That was, something that children have been talking about for so many years. And, the ability to show them that when you are in the room, when you are at the table, when you show that you can demonstrate what is best for future generations and what is not, in a coherent way, in a way that doesn't involve politics or, religion or extremism in any way, you can get things done. And so I hope that, from what you've taught me, you've inspired me to get involved with my local community. And I've been able to do a lot of really great things because of that for many, many people here. And I feel that I am not wholly responsible, because I feel you are also responsible for that. And I always give you credit for that, because if you did not, push me to do that, then I wouldn't have necessarily put myself out there in that way. And I did. And I've been doing it for many years now, and it feels good. And it feels right.
Awesome.
And it feels like I'm in alignment.
I love that.
So thank you.
In Kenya, thank you. In Kenya, plastic bags are illegal. I'm not sure if all plastics are illegal. Plastic bags are illegal, and so you have to go to the store with your own bag, because you're not going to get a plastic bag. You're not even going to get a paper bag. You have to have your own bags when you go to the store, or you can buy a bag at the store. It'll be like a fabric bag, and our children know that because they traveled there when they were old enough to realize, wow, there's no plastic bags here. It was last summer.
Wow.
And then coalition, you said coalition fusion?
Fusion, yeah.
Fusion. I want to shout out Veterans for Peace, because were it not for Veterans for Peace, I would not be speaking out politically and connecting my music openly to my politics, and speaking against the military industrial complex, or for the ending of it, so that we can truly save our planet. I want to speak about good organizations like Peace and Planet. I want to speak for, give a shout out to World Can't Wait and the We Are Not Your Soldiers project. And of course, Greenpeace. And yeah, and just mad love to all of the young and old revolutionaries who have been fighting the good fight for decades and teaching their children, whether it's been 5 weeks that you've been doing it or 50 or 5 decades. Thank you so much for your work. And I just try to do my best to, follow in your footsteps and lend my foot to the cause, to the path, to the building of the path,
Yes.
And my voice,
likewise.
Lend my voice to the cause.
Thank you for doing that. Dave Log has a question.
Dave
Go
Log.
for it. Yes.
I know.
Dave Logsden.
What's up, Dave?
I'm a member of the Vets for Peace board, and I'm very proud to be serving with the likes of MEGACIPH. He's amazing, amazing individual. And I just wanted to say, I loved your approach to Water Spirit and your group, because I think sometimes in the struggle, we have to celebrate the little victories. Well, we have the little victories, and sometimes the bigger victories, but we have to take time to celebrate those victories. Otherwise, it's so easy to get burnt out and you beat your head against the wall. And if you make the little victories and celebrate them, I mean, I know in Bolivia, the socialist government won a big victory, and after that coup that took away, that exiled Evo Morales, and these are huge things, but also the little things too. That's all I have.
Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you, Dave.
Awesome.
That's the global South, right?
Yeah.
We got a lot of puppet dictatorships around the world,
And our country is so young, isn't it?
Our country is young, but we're the biggest empire on the planet at the time. perhaps the biggest that ever has been, over 800 bases, the largest consumer of fossil fuels in the world, the largest polluter, just like not even counting the military, but the US alone, 4%, 5% of the world's population, 24% of the world's pollution, the largest prison population in the world. It's there's no reason that we have all those bases except to prop up the comfort that we have here. You know?
Yeah. And since you're naming statistics, I know I shared with you, I found some, and these are the statistics that Reverend Barber and the Poor People's Campaign have been talking about for now, like already months and months. 700 people are dying each day from poverty. And this is before the pandemic. There were over 140 million people of low wealth in this country. 87 million people are or underinsured before COVID. And so I just learned this today. Since the pandemic, I guess in April, it was 40% of people who designate as Republicans in a poll, increased to 62% of these people who support living wages. And we have to assume that's because they lost their jobs. So I think that when we talk about all these issues, it is all rooted in economics. It is all rooted in who can eat and who cannot. So I just so appreciate you sharing your album that touches on all of these things, and it will help us pass the laws that need to be passed. So thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you. We've all got, like, humans are socialists at nature. We've all got socialist beliefs. We just don't realize it. You know, most people want universal health care. That's socialist. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want things that are good. Like, it makes sense to have things that are good for the community, to, you know what I'm saying, good for the family, good for the community. This is like, it's just common sense. And capitalism is counterintuitive, but we have an education system that has tied capitalism to democracy, that has tied the two ideas together. You could have a socialist democratic society, you know what I'm saying, where people are voted in democratically with term limits, and the goods produced by the people go back to the people in the communities. It could be very simple. The tracks, the miles and miles of unused highway space on the sides of the highways are a perfect place to grow all sorts of foods and materials for the communities of those cities. Right. Like lots of carbon-eating plants could be planted on the sides of the highways. There's lots of plants that we eat that are carbon consuming that would grow perfectly healthy, consumable food. So if we just reimagined our society, we could have a cleaner, healthier planet. It wouldn't take it, and the investment for it would be the building of a new society. You know what I'm saying? Like all the money being spent in the military could be spent in building infrastructure. It doesn't have, and it could be for the planet. So if you turn these military bases into colleges, into green colleges, ecology colleges, then you don't have the threat anymore of foreign invaders, because you're actually going around the world and truly being a steward and truly creating peace. But they say it's not profitable. That's sick. That's I don't want to call anybody demonic, but that's quite demonic to say peace is not profitable. It clearly is. And
it's possible. And let's maybe end on that note. Peace is possible for all the children. Peace is possible. Tell yourself that story. That story will inform what you do. So thank you for your stories so much, Miles, MEGACIPH Thomas.
Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Water Spirit. I love y'all.
Love you.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Look forward to the Dirty South Chronicles, As Clean as We Want to Be, coming out to a headset near you, to a speaker box and a stage near you in 2020 or 2021, long before 2022. I love y'all. Peace and love. Shine your light. Travel safe.
Thank you. Peace.